Fastest super speedway, Talladega, Alabama, and Fox Sports coverage of the Aaron's 499.
You know, Mike, everybody complains about restrictor plates on these cars at Daytona and Talladega. The cars may be restricted, but the racing isn't, Mike. It's going to be wild and crazy today. You better hang on to your helmet.
Well, Darrell, will we see pack racing or the two-car tandem?
I think you'll see a combination of both, but I think the guys that can break out at the end, a two-car tandem, that's what will win this race.
Talladega has a great history of thrilling action, and for some reason it tends to favor first-time winners. Wonder if we'll get one of those this afternoon.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our 10th race of the NASCAR 15 season here at the Talladega Super Speedway. Here we are on our number 88 Mountain Dew Chevrolet, Mountain Dew machine with Dale Jr. back once again here at Talladega, looking to get our second Super Speedway win of the season. Danica Patrick starts on the pole and is out to the lead early here at Talladega as we begin to try to pass Michael McDowell and Michael Annett here in the middle lane. This 19th race, we qualified all the way back here 42nd, only beating Josh Wise, who wrecked out in qualifying. So now we are trying to work our way up towards the front of the field after our poor qualifying effort. I believe because we crashed with Josh Wise in practice. So here we are trying to make some moves here. Fit in line just barely there in between Jeb Burton and Michael McDowell. And we have to block Michael McDowell's number 95 aggressively here and try to stay in the draft of Jeb Burton to try to have a shot of staying in this race already. Problems with holding the draft on the first lap of the race because we're so far back, but we get a nice run through 3 and 4. McDowell decides to help us, give us a nice shove here as we look to catch Jeb Burton and Bobby Labonte now. Coming into the tri-oval, complete lap 1 here before the start-finish time. Remember, 1,000 meters further is at Daytona. Here, right, little just past the tri-oval. Danica Patrick leads that lap, and we go to block McDowell. Newman puts down the fastest lap of the race. We are still 40th, but now we are gaining some time on the cars in front, Mr. Labonte and Mr. Burton, as we try to make our way up here. We're going to go on the inside now of Bobby Labonte, then we're going to decide to go stick behind him here down the backstretch, keep his draft and use it to our advantages. Now we're going to move underneath him and get Jeb Burton's draft here, heading down the backstretch. He makes Bobby Labonte check up, and now we're going. Now we're making moves. We're going to go by Labonte, go by Jeb Burton on the inside, take the draft of Cole Witt now, work by Ty Dillon. Oh, Michael Waltrip, there he goes into the wall there, crashing hard. And oh my goodness, no caution yet. Oh, kind of chase outside, and now the caution's going to come out here at Talladega as we go sailing to the inside of the pack as Ty Dillon's out of the race. The 33 is DNF'd completely. Ty Dillon is destroyed. Car is on fire. You see it destroyed when Michael Waltrip went and slammed the outside wall hard. Took out Ty Dillon. So Ty Dillon is our first DNF of the race. Back underway here on lap 4 with 16 to go. Kevin Harvick leads the field, and we have moved up now by staying out to the 23rd position and look to make our way up now to inside the top 25 and try to get up to the race lead now, as we are now going to work our way inside of Chase Elliott and the number 25 machine as he gets checked up by Casey Mears and J.J. Yaley. As now we keep the draft of Brad Keselowski to make our charge here from the back to the front. About now, we're inside the top 20 now, so we get into 20th inside of Truex, get by him. Outside lane checking up, passing Justin Allgaier. Going by Stenhouse, going by our rival, Denny Hamlin, 11, and Tony Stewart, number 14 there for 15th. And we now find ourselves in the top 15 here at Talladega. We are on the move. Now we're going to get by Eric Almirola. Newman. This inside lane is hauling right now. We are flying past these guys on the outside. We've already found our way up to 13th. Working on 12th place right now with some good craft. He's going to get by Kurt Busch. He's going to get by Austin Dillon. And we're going to get into the top 10 now. Into the 10th place we go by Austin Dillon. Keep McMurray's draft, go underneath him, and now we're going to go the stick behind Brad Keselowski. Up the track he goes, oh, sideways. What a save by Brad Keselowski. Now we go by Vickers and McMurray. Now we're into 7th, trying to draft up to Paul Menard and A.J. Allmendinger, among others, as David Reagan, the KFC machine, leads this race, as now we go underneath Menard. And here we are flying up to the front of this pack, go right by Allmendinger, Harvick, Jimmy Johnson in the back of Carlos, up to Reagan. Oh, hold on to it, sideways, they saved it. And now we're in the lead with help from the 14 of Tony Stewart right behind us, and Dale Jr. leads at Talladega as the crowd goes wild. And now we try to go back to block the ball. Around we go. Tony Stewart into us, and we're both spinning, and the caution is out for the second time here in Talladega as we throw a bad block on Tony Stewart, and we both wreck your 2 leaders down their front stretches. We would have been stuck in the middle. I didn't want any part of this, so I tried to block the bottom. Tony got into me. Stewart turned me. We were not, and Tony Stewart comes right back up in the pack, slamming into cars back there. But we spin by ourselves, don't sustain any damage. So I think we're going to be okay. We're still going to pit, make sure everything's okay, get a full tank of gas, get 4 tires as we get back underway here with 13 to go on lap 7. At the rear by ourselves here with Tony Stewart. Of course, after that incident, we both came down. Get what we need a Stenhouse now. He's racing. We try to work by some 2 Roush Fenway racing cars here at the back of Greg Biffle and Trevor Bain. And we try to make sure we stay in this draft, so we have a shot at contending here, and we're going to do just that. And we're keeping Trevor Bain's draft going by McMurray here. We're going to leave McDowell, who did not want to help us at all either. I mean, earlier in the race. So now we're going to work to the inside of Menard. Clint Boyer trying to keep Trevor Bain's draft, but we're just, barely, we're losing it. We're losing Trevor Bain's draft. We're starting to drop back now, so we're going to try to get in the outside lane. But Biffle commits to us, can help us out, give us a friendly shove here to keep us in the mix as we try to gain up to this pack here, but we're starting to lose the draft. There's concern now, but now we get right in line with Jamie McMurray, right back into the draft, so we're still in contention. McMurray gets a huge wiggle right in front of us. Oh my goodness, held on to that. As now we work underneath McDowell and Menard, trying to make something happen. Big move now into the 78 Truex up the track. He goes down and he goes cutting, and now we're both crashing hard to the outside wall. And Truex is going to DNF his car, and bang! Tony Stewart just T-boned us. But Truex is out of the race completely with that hit in the outside wall. He DNF'd. Somehow we did not. We stay alive. Menard is destroyed, and Tony Stewart, bang! Tony Stewart comes out of nowhere and just drills us, and we are heavily damaged. Engine almost completely destroyed. So of course we are absolutely coming down pit road right now to get repairs. And once again, back at the rear of the field here as we go back underway with 10 laps to go alongside Tony Stewart. Us two, we can't seem to get away from each other in WRECKS and just in the race in general. We're getting to them there. I was very frustrated. They just, T-boned me out of nowhere there and nearly killed my engine. But here we are now, we're both at the back as I try to maintain Michael McDowell's draft as we clear Tony Stewart right there. An aggressive move, but a necessary one. As now we once again try to work our way back through this field as we need honestly every miracle we can get right now. Jeff Gordon leading this race. Joey Logano with the fastest lap, but we stay in the draft to Michael McDowell. We're going to get a juicy run here into 3 and 4. Gain some time, and we're going to take it to the bottom line here. They're like, ooh, we're not going to have the draft. So we're going to end up getting back behind Michael McDowell and Jimmy Johnson. Continuing to try to work our way back forwards to the front of this field to give ourselves a chance at the race win here at Talladega. Trying to go back to back after that Richmond. As now we're really losing Michael McDowell's draft. There's some reason to concern, but now the outside lane gets a big checkup. That's exactly what we needed. And now Jimmy goes to the bottom, and we hang out McDowell, and we are now in prime position to gain some spots. We try to go to the outside of Jimmy. We reconsider, stick behind him, give him a big shove here, nearly wreck him there. So I went a little bit high to try to avoid wrecking him. So our shoves today have been very hard, very fast, and very aggressive. Almost like a typical Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano at super speedway races. As now we go underneath Jimmy Johnson here for 37th, and now we're really making the moves. We are flying by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars into the corner, into the back of JJ Yaley sideways. Oh, there goes Yaley, and back into the pack there, wrecking behind us. And that is the caution as we just pack Justin Allgaier right at the end of that. Oh my goodness. JJ Yaley goes around and right back up nowhere for Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Blaney, and Regan Smith to go. Hard hits. And McDowell and Tony Stewart piles in the end. And there's another big wreck here at Talladega at the back of the pack. Really for meaningless positions. So we stay out on the racetrack. We're now going to restart inside the top 10. We're going to restart in 10th place here at Talladega with just 7 to go here. Can we make it happen? We are alongside Kurt Busch trying to get up to where Paul Menard is, as well as Denny Hamlin. We got Joey Logano behind us now underneath us as we will temporarily cede that position and fall to 11th. But then we will fall right in line behind Joey Logano and try to get back up here and try to actually lead a lap. So we didn't lead a lap earlier when we were up there with Tony Stewart because we got turned before we could make it back to the start-finish line. I mean, there's a huge gap between where I am and the 12th on back. So literally this top 11 is our own pack here. Working with Logano, we got Danica up here, Paul Menard, Kurt Busch, and now in the corner we give Logano a big shove and move him up the track into Menard and go 4 wide on the inside lane. And now we're into 9th place. Underneath Menard, you go by Gilland. Big run here. We're going to remember Denny Hamlin's our rival after he wrecked us 3 times, and we're going to dump Denny Hamlin because he wrecked us 3 times a couple of weeks ago at Bristol and Martinsville, so I was not happy about that. So we get our revenge on Denny Hamlin. Now we're even. My opinion, now we're even. He took me out of contention for one race early in the season, so now we're going to take him out of contention here as we just dumped him, turned him right to the outside wall. I mean, he deserved after the way he wrecked us 3 times at Bristol, so I just wasn't having it. And around goes Denny. And we're going to stay out here, restart inside the top 5. Here, restart 3rd now here with just 5 laps to go at Talladega. We're right behind AJ Allmendinger and Kurt Busch, your race leaders. We just cannot afford to make a mistake and have something go wrong. And we'll be perfectly right where we need to be to have a shot at winning at Talladega. So now we go underneath Kurt Busch. We're going to give a big shove to that 47 AJ Allmendinger. Oh, we're behind him. We're going to try to clear. Oh, big contact. AJ up in the wall, so he nearly wrecks us. Now we go to block Paul Menard, who really is being aggressive behind us. We say, AJ hits us down the racetrack. Allmendinger again. He hit us early in the season, Daytona duels, and now we're crashing hard into the pack. There goes the 26. No caution as everyone saves it. And now we're going to be alone back here in 39th as AJ Allmendinger just pretty much wrecked us for the lead, took us completely out of contention. We managed to avoid significant damage, but now we are severely off the pace. We've lost the draft completely. Wave of cars coming pit road there, 4 guys, so now we're 34th, trying to catch Clint Boyer, but I can't believe that. I'm fuming. I'm frustrated at AJ Allmendinger, and wait till next race. We're going to get him back next race, that's for sure. Mark my words, we're getting the dinger back. And now we're going to move on here to 3 to go, coming to 2 to go. If we need a caution to get back in contention, we need it now. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get a caution here by hitting Clint Boyer. We're trying to wreck Clint Boyer right now to get a caution. We slam him into the wall. We both go hard contact. No caution. We stay green. So now we're going to get out of the throttle lift. We're going to let Clint Boyer get back to us here. As now the leaders hit 2 laps to go. We need a caution if we have any chance of salvaging a decent finish here. So I'm just trying everything I can at this point. So here comes Boy down the front stretch and tri-oval now coming towards the front stretch. Our goal here is we're going to try to send him around in turn 1 and 2. Oh my god, Michael Annett and Josh Wise battling for the lead. I don't believe it. But here we are. Now we're just going to make him go high. And now we're going to go high into the corner. Force Boyer to go low. And we're going to lift out the throttle a little bit here. And he gets underneath us. And now we're going to turn him. And there's the caution that we need. And we're going to a green, white, checkered finish here, boys. We need this green, white, checkered to have a chance. So we up straight up. We got dumped Clint Boyer to get a caution. So into the wall he goes. Necessary sacrifice. And now we need a miracle. We need a Hail Mary. We're coming down pit road. And we got right front, heavy right front fender damage. We need a miracle. I don't know. We don't come down here. We stay out. So I'm like, this is my only chance. So we stay out, and we're gonna restart in 11th. We're right up in the mix for the win now. We're in contention. 2 to go. Green, white, checkered attempt to number 1. Hopefully we get it done this time. So we're underneath Denny Hamlin, underneath Eric Almirola as we try to make some moves. Now remember, we wrecked Denny Hamlin earlier. He is a rival because of the short track altercations that have been had. So now he's going to turn us into the wall. There goes Denny. He's going to turn us. And now we're ranking back down to the 11 and Kenseth. Then a hard hit to the inside wall for ourselves. Denny Hamlin and Matt Kenseth. Oh, we're going to another green, white, checkered. Right there, Denny Hamlin just dumps us, sends us down the track right back into him. And boom, we go careening hard in the inside wall. Kenseth is lucky. They only hit Denny Hamlin's bumper. But me and Denny are completely destroyed from that hit. Yet, because it's green, white, checker, we're staying out. I'm staying out. I said, screw this. This is my only chance. So we're going to restart 13th here. Myself, Denny, together, severely damaged. Just trying to hang on. Whatever positions we can have here. Joey Logano's leading this race. We're beginning to lose a draft to Bobby Labonte up ahead. So now there's some real concern from myself whether we're actually going to be able to stay in contention here. As the whole pack's really flying by us right now. I mean, we are low on fuel too. It is going to be close if we make it this. And now we get turned in the wall again. And there goes David Gilliland. And now we're wrecking. There goes Josh Wise, Keselowski, the big one. Newman down straight. Now we're sideways. And now we're going to slam the wall and slam Newman a hard, heavy engine damage to ourselves. As right there, we just got, I mean, really, we just got hooked by Michael Annett. And down we went into the field. And everyone else just started piling into each other and started wrecking. And it was on from there. So, really frustrating. Just not the race, not the way we wanted to go. So we're going to come down pit road because we're in dead last anyway. Get repairs, 4 fresh tires, and a full tank of gas to go the distance here for the final green, white, checkered attempt with a caution. Whether they wreck or not, we're going to stay green and go all the way to the end here. 2 laps, green, white, checkered. We're back underway here for the final green, white, checkered attempt. And we're already getting door banged between Allgaier and Newman. We're back here in 38th. So it would be, if we could win this race, it would be 37 spots in 2 laps. It would be the most incredible comeback I will have ever seen in my life. Now here we are, staying in Brad Keselowski's draft, going by Michael Waltrip in 36, and I can already feel the speed and handling difference after those repairs. That's really what we needed. And so now we're back up here trying to make something happen, stay in the draft. There's AJ Allmendinger up ahead. You know we have beef with that 47, but we have to get every position we can here at the end. So we're going to leave him be for now, but don't worry, we will get him back next week. So we're going to get by Allmendingers. Now we try to get to Matt Kenseth and then number $20 General Toyota. Chasing him down, trying to make something happen here. And we're going to peek underneath him. Now big run of the inside lane here. Now we're really motoring by guys on the outside lane, finding our way up into the top 30 on the grid now. Eric Almirola now leads here. White flag, final lap, so I couldn't back in Talladega, and we are hauling. We just passed a whole bunch of cars. Just like that into turn 1 and 2, we're going to find ourselves in 19th place as Logano just dropped right through the field like a rock. And now we're going to go underneath Casey Kane, find ourselves in 18th. We just need that draft to try to clear him down the backstretch. We can't quite do that, but we use Larson's draft. Now we're going to get a big draft from Jeb Burton and Paul Menard. So what do? I think we're going to full send it 4 wide on the inside lane, trying everything we can here. And we're going to be right behind the 26 here. We're 16th. We found our way up nearly the top 50. Now we go to the outside. I'm just trying everything here to get whatever positions we can. We're into Trevor Bayne, hanging him out. And now the Danica's slowing down. And now we're into Danica. Oh, big contact in the wall into Jeb Burton. And there goes the 20th. He's wrecking hard. Cars are going everywhere on the top side. We're hitting Joey Logano. He's up there. Cars. So Denny Hamlin's in the wall behind us. And we're going to wreck across the line, finishing 20th here at Talladega. Salvaging a top 20 finish from what was a pretty disastrous race, if you ask me. And so now, top 20 is respectable. So we're still going to keep the points lead. And now we'll view the race results. We got to find out who won this race. Your race winner here for the Geico 500 at Talladega. We'll get there in a minute. Let's see the last place. Ty Dillon, Truex Day DNF. Of course, we bring home a very disappointing 20th place finish. But your race winner is going to be Kyle Busch in the 18 for JGR. Kyle Busch gets a win at Talladega, leading only the last lap. Bobby Labonte runner-up. Then Tony Stewart, Eric Almirola, Jeff Gordon in the top 5, Austin Dillon, Kevin Harvick, Regan Smith, Carl Edwards, and Josh Wise the top 10. Then Jimmy Johnson 11th, Danica 13th, Larson 15th, Casey Kane is 16th, Logano 19th. Of course, ourselves 20th, salvaging that finish. Got Allmendinger 22nd, Keselowski 23rd, the Biff down 27th, Denny Hamlin 28th, Boyer 29th, Newman 30th, Blaney 31st, Kenseth 32nd, Kurt Busch 34th. A lot of guys down here, of course. Truex, Ty Dillon, they DNF. We bring home disappointing 20th place finish. But Kyle Busch wins at Talladega. And it's into the chase. And now we view the standings. Of course, we remain the points lead. 4 wins, 7 top 10s. Kyle Larson, Regan Smith, Harvick, Carl Edwards, Brad Keselowski, Almirola good on points. Kyle Busch slots into 8th with his win there. Him and Tony Stewart. Top 2 drivers with 1 win besides myself. So they have there's winners, and then you got Eric Almirola there in 9th. Then you got Vickers a winner in 10th. Then you got Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson climbed their way into the top 16. You got Boyer a winner, Logano, McMurray, Labonte, Stenhouse a winner, Denny Hamlin there in 18th, Kenseth in 19th, Biffle 20th, Kane 21st, Dillon 22nd, Kurt Busch 23rd. Newman there in 24th, Truex 27th. Down here, Ryan Blaney still not in the top 30 in points. He's down in 37th in the points. That is definitely not going to make it in the playoffs if his only top 10 is that 1 win at Martinsville. So it does not look like Blaney will make the playoffs. And so now, of course, we are your points leaders. So until next episode, I hope you all have a good one.